Good afternoon. It's Friday afternoon. It's 4 o'clock. Welcome to Guide London's Friday Fun Day. My name is Alex Lacey. I am a Blue Badge guide here in London, and I'm going to be your host for today, doing similar to what we did last week, a nice little quiz to round off the week. Now, we've had a fantastic week of lectures. On Monday, a brilliant lecture on food and drink from the fabulous David Drury. Wednesday was a wonderful lecture from Russell Nash on the subject of George IV. And so we thought today we would have a little showdown between three different nationalities of Blue Badge guides. And in fact, we can see here one of our guides is already very, very excited about the showdown. And we're going to do a quiz on the subject of food and drink. Now, you're very welcome to to join along with us at home. Grab a pen and piece of paper and play along. We will do about 11 or 12 questions, and then we will do the answers at the end. So we have three willing contestants / victims today. So we're going to start off with victim number one.
Hello.
In the British corner, we have Leo Heaton, who is one of my very good friends and a fellow Blue Badge guide. Leo, you qualified in 2016, didn't you?
I did indeed. Yes, I'm a 2016 baby, and I'm feeling a lot of pressure about this representation already. I hope I don't let everybody down.
Not at all, not at all. And you specialise in guiding sort of families and that kind of thing, don't you?
Yeah, very much so. So my big, obviously we can take people anywhere and everywhere, but the things that I particularly specialise in is all things art. So the Tate Modern, street art, particularly the National Gallery. I also love all things to do with theatre. So walks around Theatreland and Covent Garden. And very much, I am one of your go-to guides if you want to make things really accessible for really small kids. So families with little children, I will bring it to life. I love guiding families.
Fantastic. All right, let's get our second contestant in today. And in the American corner, this is Anne Pollak. Hello, Anne.
Hi, Alex.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And I'm very excited because I think I'm the first non-British accent to appear on Guide London Live.
I think you are. How exciting. Now you qualified with Leo, didn't you?
No, I qualified the following year in 2017.
2017. Okay, fantastic.
Yes, with our next contestant who's coming up next.
Oh, absolutely. And what do you specialise in, Anne?
So I do all of the kind of London highlights, so Westminster Abbey, the Tower of London, British Museum, but I guess I would say that one of the things I'm particularly interested in is American history sites in London. So I am an American. I've lived here 20 years. Can't get rid of the accent. But I just love to show. I got a lot of families as well, same as Leo, a lot of American families. And I love to take people around and show places in London that relate to American history, because of course the United States history starts in England, really, and pointing out American links to American people, American celebrities, and things like that.
Fantastic. And our final contestant in the Irish corner today is Mr. John Sheehan.
Hello there.
Hello. Welcome along. How are you?
Well, no, I was going to be representing Ireland. I might have taken this a bit more seriously.
Your entire country's hopes are resting on your shoulder, John.
Well, can I give all my answers in Irish, and that way you?
Yeah, absolutely fine. Yeah, totally. Anne can give them in American as well, and we'll we'll count them anyway. So, John, what do you kind of specialise in as a guide?
Well, yes, the highlights like everybody else, but I guess there's no avoiding the fact that I do have a little bit of a leaning towards the world of shopping, I guess. I first came over to London to train as an actor, and my mother told me I would starve as an actor, so that's when I started working in retail, and managed to work my way through most of the big shopping areas, including I worked in Harrods, worked in John Lewis, and now currently employed by Selfridges as well.
It's done you well, that advice from your mother, hasn't it?
Haven't starved just yet.
All right, so have you all got a pen and paper ready? Everyone ready to play along at home, I hope, as well? Fantastic. So we are going to start with, very unconventionally, question number one. Now, this is a picture of our lovely Queen Elizabeth. When she goes to, generally, actually, when she goes to dinners with people, state banquets, but also at home, there's a variety of foods that she does not eat. So of these next four foods, which one does she eat? We have bananas, we have crusts of bread, we have garlic, and we have pasta. Which one of these does she eat?
Is that George Bush? Is that George Bush?
That is George Bush.
Yeah.
You see, I didn't. Yeah, you know, there are a couple of little American nods in here. I'm slightly worried that I haven't done any Irish nods now, John. I don't think. Don't hold it against me.
Oh, we'll work it in somewhere along the line. I'm quite.
We will. I'm sure we will.
So this is three of these she does not eat.
Yes. So I want you to find the one that she does eat.
All right.
So it's bananas, crusts on bread, garlic, and pasta.
Your Majesty, you're missing out.
I know. Whichever way you slice that that particular delicacy, yeah, she's missing out. Particularly the garlic. I mean, you know, if that's the one she doesn't eat, then
so she's
basically.
basically.
Yeah. What was that, John?
No, I'll keep it to myself for now.
All right, let's go on to question number 2. So question number 2. Now, at the top, we have one of, I think, the best British dishes, which is beef Wellington. And at the bottom is the Duke of Wellington. Now, true or false? The Duke of Wellington invented beef Wellington. True or false?
Invented
beef Wellington. Is that true or false? Now, my colleague Dave, who last week, he's a massive quizzer, is Dave. In fact, you met him on Monday, the food and drink. He told me last week it was too hard, and now he's saying, I thought you said it was easy. It's easy, Dave. Come on, you can do it.
We're only on question 2.
I know, question 2, I know. Talk about giving up easily. So true or false? He invented beef Wellington. All right, let's go on to number 3. Now, what food or drink was not rationed during the Second World War? Of these, so we have tea, we have cheddar cheese, we have spam, and we have fish and chips. Which of these was not rationed during the Second World War? I'm sure most people know that there was a huge amount of rationing in the Second World War. All sorts of things that you couldn't get, or if you could get it, it was in very small amounts. But there was one item that they decided that we as Brits could not live without. Which one was it?
Spam, I'll die.
Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Maybe.
John's looking a bit concerned here.
Yeah.
Which one could you not live without, John?
Tea.
Tea. Well, you know what? Actually, I was reading a fact today that said that the UK is behind Ireland in the amount of tea that is drunk.
Oh God, yeah. No, I'm not allowed to do ads, but it has to be Barry's tea. I've never had Barry's tea. It's grown in Cork.
Is it? Is it? I'm not sure that's a thing.
That's not, your mate Barry that just makes a particularly good cup of tea.
Listen, anybody who is from Ireland knows that they're all like going, oh God, yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, for the Brits, I'm just going to say Yorkshire tea here. That's it. Yorkshire tea is the best. What about American tea, Anne?
Yeah, coffee.
Fair enough. All right, let's go to the next question. Now, so this is asparagus, but there was a vegetable that was imported to the UK for the first time. And when it was imported, they actually referred to it as Italian asparagus. They'd never seen it before, and they called it Italian asparagus. Now, I'm going to give you a hint here. It wasn't asparagus, because we agree that here. What was known as Italian asparagus when it was first imported to the UK?
Tomatoes.
I'm taking an educated guess at this one.
Are you?
Me too.
Yeah. As anyone who has been guided by me, no, I'm not.
I'm taking an uneducated guess.
I was going to say Leo and Anne take educated. John's just not bothering. He's just like, he's got this. It's down. Right. Yeah. Let's go to the next question then. Okay, what is this dish known as?
Disgusting as well.
I know, it's horrible. This is a kind of very classic dish, but an old classic. It's not one that I've ever seen on a menu anywhere, but it is essentially a British dish. So, is this dish known as, Alex? Is it known as fish pie? Is it known as stargazy pie? Is it known as ice pie? Or is it known as the king of pies? It does look a bit like a crown. It could do.
I was really hoping that one of the options was going to be fish in a hole.
Yeah, so those of you who don't know that, that might sound like a weird comment. We do have a dish here called toad in the hole, which is sausages in batter. But no, it is not fish in a hole. Sorry.
I'm okay.
Yeah, you got that?
Well, when we come to give the answers, if I'm right, I'll tell you why I went with the answer I've gone with.
Okay, and if you're wrong, you'll tell us anyway.
Then I'll tell you anyway. Yeah.
Fair enough. Anne's just looking disgusted at all of this.
Yeah, it's pretty yuck.
It's quite something. I wouldn't want to be served
Yeah.
that. Right, next question. Now, we have an anagram. Our colleague David Drury loves an anagram or two. So, decide off-putting sky. This is an anagram of which British dessert?
I am so rubbish at every day. If I'm ever not guiding and countdown is on and they flash up the countdown conundrum, I can never get, and that's only 9 letters.
Now, I tell you the way that I do anagrams. I love an anagram. Is I take all the letters and I basically write them randomly on a page in sort of big old jumble, and then see if your brain can work it out from there. That's how I work.
Can I just ask, so is the number of letters in each word here correspond?
Yes. So yes, if you've got 2 Fs, it's got 2 Fs. It's 2 Ts, 2 Ts. Every single letter is used. Is an anagram a new concept?
But is it 3 words or is it?
That's what I meant.
No. Oh, I see what you mean. No.
Okay.
Not necessarily. I'm not giving any more clues than that.
Yeah. It's not going to help me anyway.
When we come to the answers...
No, it has! Your method's brilliant!
My method is brilliant! When we come to the answers, the people who are watching at home, I'm going to give 10 points to whoever gets there in there first. Don't write it now. We'll do it when we get to the answers. Right, next question. Sarah Reynolds says that was easy peasy. Right, Bisto. Now, Bisto, for those who don't know, is a granule that's used to make the meat sauce, as gravy for meat. But true or false, Bisto is an acronym for browns instantly, seasons and thickens in one. Is that true or false? I love that little sort of vintage thing of the kids smelling the pie coming out from inside. So Bisto, browns instantly, seasons and thickens in one. See, I'm making it easy this week. I'm just giving you true or falses. You've got 50-50 chance.
If it's not true, I love it.
I know. If it's not true, thank you. Right, next question. Now, these delicious-looking eel-type lychee things are called lampreys. And some of you might know, we always used to love an eel pie over here. But way back in the day, and I'm not going to tell you which day, but way back in the day, one king died from eating a surfeit of lampreys, basically too many. And we do have a multiple choice here. So, Alex, if you can pop the answers up, or the potential answers up. That's slightly gone wrong. Anyway, Henry I, Henry II, Henry III, or Henry VIII? And we all know Henry VIII had a good appetite on him. But did he die from eating too many lampreys? If any of you watched my talk this week on my Global Tea Breaks with the fabulous Richard Ing, you would know the answer to this, because we did talk about him.
My horrible histories brain is calling out to me from the dim reaches. It's not helping. Oh.
If we put Henry, do we get half credit?
No. Nice try.
Is that what a lamprey is?
That is a lamprey. It's a mix between a leech and an eel. So those little suckers they leech onto animals or whatever. And I mean, they're just nice creatures.
I'd love to know in the comments what is the weirdest thing that anyone has eaten in desperation while they've been in lockdown for the last
that's a very good question. Yes, that's a very good question.
It's
probably Barry's tea, actually, I think. Right, we'll go for the next question. How much tea is drunk every day in the UK? Now, for this, the reason there's a swimming pool here is because we are doing the measuring via the very scientific method of the number of Olympic swimming pools worth of tea.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So is it 1 pool's worth, 5, 20 or 37 Olympic pool size amounts of tea every day? This is a scientific method of measuring things. I'm sure you're aware.
Absolutely.
It's like with height. You have to measure everything in double-decker buses. It's just the way it is.
Quite like the idea of a double-decker bus of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big's the biscuit, though?
It'd all spill out through the windows and the door at the back.
That's very true.
Not on a Boris bus. Can you say
Not on a bus.
They're never letting you out.
All right, next question. Now, these are tea bags, which we love. Huge amount. I'm doing loads on tea, aren't I? What material were the first tea bags made from? And again, if you'd seen my Global Tea Breaks a few weeks ago, my very first one, I talked about this. What material were the first tea bags made from? Oh, no, not yet. Go back. Jump the gun. So, what material? Now, this is actually a link to America because the first tea bags were made in America, in New York.
Oh.
I know. And they were done by a New York tea merchant, and he was packaging up samples to send to his guests. And so the material he used, he packaged them in that, send them out, and then it turned out they were absolutely perfect to sort of just pop in a cup and make a tea. So there we go. Thank you, America. Right, next question. Now you can do the next question. There we go. Right, now this has slightly gone a bit wonky, but never mind. What are the American/English words for these foods? So the right-hand column should be a bit lower down, but you'll get the sense. So the English word rocket, what is that in America? Aubergine?
Oh, Anne gets a massive...
I know. Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
I know. Sorry, John.
God,
So we need to find out what aubergine is in American English. Cilantro, what is cilantro in English? Treacle, what is treacle in American English? And what is lox in English?
Oh, treacle.
Why?
Have we broken you, John?
Well, actually, no, I do know cilantro only because I know it's the food of the devil.
Oh.
It's never.
I've just been told that the lamprey is a jawless fish, a different family from the eels. So there we go. I'm not a biologist, so it looks like an eel, but it's not. There we go. It's as close as I'm going to get. All right, so rocket, aubergine, cilantro, treacle, and lox. All right, let's go to the last question. According to NASA, what are the top 3 food or drink items an astronaut misses the most when they're away?
Oh.
Now, this is an opportunity for you to get 3 points. And if you get them in the correct order, so 1, 2, 3, you can have an extra point. I'm feeling generous. I'm nice like that.
Yay.
Come on, John. This is your chance to catch up.
Yes. Is he an Irish astronaut?
Well, have you had any Irish astronauts?
Sorry.
We're just taking stabs in the dark. No multiple choice or anything.
No multiple choice. That's it. You just,
Well, I know what I would miss, so I'm just putting that down.
I mean, yeah, go with it. I mean, I think it's
3.
the kind of thing a lot of people would.
I'm trying to think what you can't freeze dry and take to space.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Probably a lot of stuff. I'd miss champagne.
Oh, wow.
That was my one.
So it's cilantro, treacle, and lox.
Yes.
They're American, remember?
I mean, I'd love it if cilantro was at the top of the list of things that people miss. I just really miss cilantro.
Or lampreys, what are they called?
Lampreys.
Lampreys.
Well,
Yeah, that would be a weird one. Right. Okay, I think that's the end of the questions, if I remember correctly. So Katie McCorkindale, who knows a thing or two about, well, pretty much everything. She's an amazing quizzer. She says you can freeze dry things, but they won't taste great that way.
So in other words, you still might miss them, even if you have the freeze-dried version.
yeah.
Exactly. So they might not be as good as back on planet Earth.
Yes.
Oh, actually, John, you missed the best joke, which the illustrious Mark King is saying they've missed rocket. Hey, well done, Mark.
Hey.
Top marks for the best dad joke of the day.
Well done.
Right, let's go on to the answers then, shall we?
All right. You
Okay,
see
so back
how
to the start.
badly I've done. Yeah.
Which of these does the Queen actually eat? What do you think? Which of the 4?
I put pasta.
Do you know she doesn't eat pasta? She eats bananas.
I put bananas.
Pasta.
Well done. That was my second
Actually,
choice.
she doesn't eat garlic for obvious, breath reasons. And crusts of bread, she always has them cut off. Now she does eat bananas, but she eats them in a slightly random way. She eats them with a knife and fork. She chops the top off. She chops the bottom off. She slices them open with a knife and eats them that way. So even then, she's being weird about it.
She's a classy lady.
I can tell you that the Queen really likes the small bananas.
Well, there you go.
Pygmy bananas. They call them ladies. I don't know. But yes, small
What
buttons.
do they call them? You have an in there, don't you, John?
Nope.
All right, let's go on to the next answer. So, true or false? He invented. Now, don't hold the answer for a second, Alex. Let's see what everyone thinks. So, what do you think? True or false? Who's going true? Who's going false?
Yay.
They're all going false. All right, let's go for it. See?
Yay!
False. He did not invent it, but it was named after him.
Yes.
All right, there we go. So, what food or drink was not rationed during the Second World War? We have tea, we have cheddar, spam, and fish and chips. So, what do you guys think?
Spam.
I think
Fish and
spam.
chips.
It was tea, wasn't it? Because it was essential for morale.
I
All
think
right,
it was
let's see.
fish and chips.
Or was it that why? I can't
Let's
remember.
go for it. There we go. It was fish and chips.
Wow.
It was rationed. You could get it, but it was rationed.
Bum.
Fish and chips. Winston Churchill decided that for the morale of the nation, fish and chips needed to be kept. So there we go.
I
All right.
would consider giving up a limb for a pot of fish and chips from Spitalfields right now. So I can
Right.
see what Churchill was angling at.
Have you checked if they're delivering? They might be delivering.
I think it's a bit far to SE18, sadly.
Maybe. Right. What was known as Italian asparagus? Now, Leo, you were going to take an educated guess on this.
Broccoli.
Broccoli. Anne?
Broccoli.
John?
Tomatoes.
The answer is broccoli.
I just thought it sounded Italian.
Yeah, it does. It actually does, doesn't it? Okay, next one. So, what dish is this known as? Fish pie, stargazy pie, ice pie, or king of pies?
I love ice pie. In Young's, which is a wonderful, Fuller's as well, but chain of pubs that we currently can't take any of our lovely visitors to, but we will. Their fish pie is called proper stargazy pie. And that's what I've gone for.
Stargazy. What about the other two?
I went for eyes.
Ice pie. Okay, John?
I went for king of pies.
King of pies. The answer is nobody went for fish pie. The answer is stargazy pie.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Fullers and Youngs, for all the time that I spend looking at your menus.
See, that time in all the pubs was not wasted, Leo.
Exactly.
Scored you a point. Right, next one. Okay, so which British dessert is this an anagram of? Now we're going to see if anyone's got it in the comments. And if you get it, the first person to get it will have one of these desserts hand delivered to them by John. Right. Liz Madden has got it. Here she goes. We're going to bring her up.
Good.
Yay.
Sticky toffee pie. Sticky toffee pudding, sorry. There we go. Even I'm getting it wrong. Sticky toffee pudding. Fantastic. Decide off-putting sky. Quite happy with that. Right, next question. Bisto, true or false? Browns instantly, seasons and thickens in one. Who's gone true?
I have.
You've all gone true. All right, well, let's have a look then.
Yay.
I just kind of love that. I think it's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. All right, next one. Died from eating a surfeit of lampreys. Now, we do have somebody who knows this because she was watching my Monarch Monday on Monday when we talked about it. So Rachel Helen Griffin, because I recognise her name from Instagram. You know the answer, and the answer is Henry the First.
Yay!
Anne and John, did you get that or not?
I got it, but I got it because you said it was on your talk and then it jogged my memory.
Ah, there you go. See. What about you, John?
I got it. I just think it's a shame we don't use surfeit more often.
I know. Great word. It's a great word. I currently have a dearth of lampreys, but hey.
Dying of a surfeit of stargazy pie.
All right, next answer. How many Olympic-sized swimming pools worth of tea is drunk every day?
The biggest one.
37.
37?
I said 20. I went with 37 and then I changed it to 20.
Anne's been more modest. Let's see what the answer is. It's
Oh.
20.
Let's see.
Oh, man.
You fell into my trap, the other two. Ha ha ha. An evil genius. Right, next one. What material were the first tea bags made from? Any idea?
I said
Go on.
parchment.
Parchment. Okay.
Probably
I
not right.
put cotton.
Cotton. John.
Hemp.
Hemp. Not the answer I would have expected from you, but okay. Well, the correct answer is. Just enjoy these graphics as well.
Ah,
Yeah.
Sail.
There you go.
No, graphics weren't as exciting as I thought they were. Oh, well, never mind. They're much more exciting on my iPad. Never mind. Right, here we go. What are the American/English words for these foods? So, rocket.
Arugula.
arugula.
Alex, you can reveal that one. I think. Can you? What's happened there? Not sure what's happened there. Okay, don't worry. Something's gone a bit wrong. So, rocket is arugula. Aubergine is
Eggplant.
eggplant. Cilantro is
Coriander.
Coriander.
Yeah.
treacle is molasses.
Molasses.
And lox is
Is it like gravlax?
smoked salmon.
Yeah. Do I get the point because I wrote gravlax equals smoked salmon?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thanks.
Generous. Sorry, it looked wonderful on my iPad, but never mind, it didn't quite work. Hey ho, that's all right. Next answer. It's the last one, and this is your possibility to get 4 points if you get them all correct. So they're going to arrive in the order. What are the top 3 food and drink items? So what do you guys think? Anne, as an American, what do you think?
It's a completely uneducated guess, but I said ice cream, beer, and steak.
Okay, John.
So mine was an Irish astronaut. So it was Guinness, McDonald's, and Barry's tea.
Barry's tea. I thought Barry's tea might have popped up there. You're really playing for points today, aren't you, John?
I'm hoping for a sponsorship deal out of this.
You'll get up tomorrow morning. There'll be the biggest box of Barry's tea outside of your door. Leo, what did you go for?
I put booze, generally, alcohol, spicy food, and anything like roast, grilled meat, proper grilled meat.
Honestly, the lot of you, you're terrible. I think it's only 1 point been scored in there. Let's reveal the
no.
In first place, it is ice cream. Second place is pizza. Third place is drinks.
Fizzy drinks.
Fizzy drinks. I know, who'd have thunk it?
So what do I get? 1 point for ice cream?
1 point. 1 point. Yeah, sorry.
I think you should get all the points, seeing as the rest of us are just.
And there we go. That is the last question. So tot up your answers.
Is it 1 point for each in under number 11?
Yeah, 1 point for everything.
All
1
right.
point. Yeah, whatever you get. I'm generous that way. Otherwise, you end up in fractions of numbers. There's no fun there. So, see if anyone in the comments can let us know what they scored as well. John's still counting. Oh goodness, you got loads. How did you get then, John? Go on.
Oh God, no, I'm sorry, because those are all the ones with all the different answers. What do I get for that? This is more confusing than the actual.
So if the ones that multiple answers, if there's 5 answers, you get 1 point for each answer.
All right, let's say. I think I got 12.
Got 12. Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah Barron did terribly. She only got 10. She says. Leo, how many did you get?
11.
11. Come on then, Anne. Do it for America.
Well, I'm a little worried because it's Friday and I got 13.
Oh, very good. Oh, I did.
It's good, but unlucky.
Claim you the winner. Although I have to say, you have been outscored slightly on the chat by the illustrious Mark King, who got an amazing 14. But for playing in-house, you win a hearty round of applause.
Oh,
Thank you.
Turning up. So that is the end of our little quiz for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Before we head off, just want to tell you a little bit about our guides over here. So, Leo, where can we find you, my darling?
You can find me on Twitter at Leo Heaton. You can find me on Instagram at Little London Lion with an underscore in between each word. I will be back here on Guide London's Friday broadcast next Friday, which I'll let Alex tell you a little bit more about in a moment. And thank you so much for having us. Stay safe, everybody. We're thinking about you all.
And John, where can we find you?
In my flat all the time.
Okay. We'll be back shortly.
John A. Sheehan on Instagram.
Fabulous. And Anne, your little place to find?
American London Guide on Instagram.
There you go, does exactly what it says on the tin. And then me, I am on Instagram at tourguide.alex. Every day at 3 o'clock, I run a little free kind of just chat about a whole variety of different stuff called #Global Tea Break. And I also run a food tour company called A La Carte Food Tours, which you can have a look at on Instagram or the website and all of that kind of thing as well. So just before we head off, just to let you know what we are doing next week, we have on Monday the Culture Day, where it's going to be a look at women appearing in the National Portrait Gallery and Tate Modern, both artists and subjects of paintings. Wednesday is fantastic. It's going to be a virtual tour of Westminster Abbey on our little history slot. And then Friday Fun Day is back next week. It won't be me. It'll be my wonderful colleague Caroline with Leo as well. And you are doing monarchs in a lifeboat, aren't you? Which should be very interesting.
Yes. We're going to try and turn what you think about the monarchs that were not quite so good by the history books on its head a little.
Wonderful. Thank you, everybody, for coming along. Thank you, everyone, for watching and for commenting along. I hope you did better than some of these guys did on the quiz, although pretty strong this week. Well done, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Easter, and we'll see you back on Monday.
Thanks, Alex.
Bye. Thank you.